He's on the radio. They're talking just fine. Like, oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you don't go near that thing. Wait, what? Make sure you go near it. What are you saying? Don't go near it? All right. Hey, guys, don't go over there. Wait, what? Don't go to it. What are you talking about? The Rewind Guys.
And action.
Welcome to this week's episode of The Rewind Guys, the show where we talk about movies. This week, we're talking about Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Before we continue, I have a question to ask both of you guys. After watching the movie, do you still agree Zombie Heist would have been a better name?
Yes.
Probably.
Thanks, I thought the same thing. Because I was talking to somebody else who's seen this already, and I said, oh man, it should be called Zombie Heist, but just based on the trailer. And they said, well, Army of the Dead will make more sense once you watch it.
I mean, it does make more sense, but...
It's only because they abandoned their initial plot immediately.
Yes.
I mean, I was getting some, like, Army of Darkness vibes from the main Zombie King.
Ooh, that's good. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I could totally see that. Before we go any further, Mike, this was your pick. Why did you pick Army of the Dead?
I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought Drax was a good character. I enjoyed Bautista as that character.
Oh, that's who that is. I got it now.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I literally, it's kind of a panic pick in a sense because I had just read an interview with him on the movie previous to finding out that it was my pick that week. And I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to pick.
Well, fair enough. And I don't normally do this, but because this is such a new movie, spoiler alert, we're giving up all the juicy deets, my darlings. So if you don't want to hear anything, just come back later. Go watch it real quick.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Just go watch it.
Yeah, come back. We'll wait.
It only takes 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
We'll be here.
Yes, we will definitely be here.
All right, listen carefully. Gather whoever can walk or move and get away from the payload immediately.
Wait, what are you telling me to do?
Shut the fuck up and listen to me. Get your men out of there, horsemen. If they can't move, leave them. Do you understand? Get away from
Here's the thing. We do not have enough time to touch on everything I would love to touch on. That's why I didn't take notes. Started taking notes and I'm like, holy shit, I'm writing down the whole movie. This is not going to happen. I also did shit for research.
Oh, good.
Normally, I will do a little bit of research, but here's the thing. This movie is 2.5 hours long, and I have watched it twice.
Oh, damn.
From start to finish, intently. Very observant. I'm like, I just took it all in. I took it all in. I'm absorbed.
Take all of it.
So when you took it all in, did you get the budget?
I did, actually. I did. Well, here's the thing. I was curious of the budget because I'm like, there's no way. This is a small budget.
Yeah, this is going to be expensive.
Any guesses? Mike, what would you think? What did you think?
16 million?
I will give you a hint. He's way off.
Yeah, I'm going to say 60 million.
Ooh, okay, so here's the deal. When I looked it up originally, actually, I didn't really look it up. I was like, hey, Google, how much was this budget? And it said 70 million. However,
Really?
when I was trying to find out how much this movie made, I got a different number. I got $90 million, and I see the look of shock on you guys' faces.
That's a lot more than I was expecting.
Yes.
Clearly a lot more than I was expecting.
I know 16.
I'm like, I even went high.
Dave probably got 16 from this movie.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know how budgets work for actors.
I mean, there was 200 million in the vault alone.
Oh my God, that-
man. No, bullshit.
Did anyone else get annoyed by that number?
200 million?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't until I seen the vault.
Why?
Have you seen what $1 million looks like?
Well, that's actually was my main complaint. Do you know how much $1 million weighs?
Not much. $1 million. Okay,
$1 million
whoa,
weighs
no.
22 pounds.
We will get there in a moment. I say a moment. We'll get there in a few minutes. Here's the deal. Wait.
Oh, that's my biggest problem with the movie.
Oh, we'll get into problems. I have a few.
Which makes it vulnerable. I want you to put together a team and get it out. In exchange, 50 million is yours to divvy up amongst whomever you take in with you. Intrigued? Don't give me an answer. Think on it for the night.
I have to hand it to Mr. Snyder. Okay.
The pretzel guy?
What do you got to do with this?
No, because we watched the trailer.
How much of
right?
the budget went to pretzels?
I don't know. You have to talk to craft services. Here's the deal. I give it to him because fuck zombies, man. For the past decade plus,
clearly.
for the past decade plus, it's been zombie. And here's where I have to give him credit. He took zombies and started writing some new fucking rules.
Whoa. You, while watching the preview, trailer, whatever, you were like, I hate that these zombies are different. They should just be walking around. They should be pointless, stupid, little meat things with legs.
But here's the thing. Those pointless meat walkers did exist in this movie. They called it out. What were they, like?
Shamblers.
I was going to say scramblers.
That's the fast one. They got the scramblers and the shamblers. It's hard to tell the difference, but one's fast, one's not.
Yes, okay, but no, they had the shamblers. They had like this hierarchy. But that's the thing. That's what I kind of give him credit for. There was like this weird, because I don't like learning zombies neither. I don't like fast zombies. These had like every zombie you could imagine, apparently. And man, I kind of like that because if you're not bringing anything new to the table, I was worried this was going to be boring as shit.
It wasn't?
Dave Bautista, am I saying that right?
I don't know.
David is he's like what the hell is he? He's like a militia guy, an army guy. What the
I'm
fuck is
assuming
he?
they were just rescue people, is what it was.
All right, so he plays a rescue person,
I mean, he's kind of like a mercenary this time around.
mercenary. There you go. I said militia. I meant mercenary. Bam. Okay.
I thought you were talking about like at the start.
Yeah, at the start,
Yes.
I think he was just a guy who got out of there.
Oh. Okay. So
That's
this
why
movie,
they had like those weird photo shoot scenes. I'm assuming that was them taking pictures of them for like Time magazine or the news or some shit.
Oh, I just thought it was like some stylized way of like showing you their background and being artsy about it. And so this Japanesey guy, he hires him because he's like, oh my God, you went in there and brought this colonel dude out. You know your shit. Go in there to this place. There's $2 million in the vault. Which
200 million.
Just 2 million.
Yes, my math wasn't going to make sense in a minute here. There's $200 million in the vault. You get there, you get $50 million. You're going to need some guys, and you can divvy up your $50 million however you want. Fine, fair enough, great. Like the premise, it's cool. I think the whole movie is pretty much him getting this for money, but money isn't the thing here. Let's talk about the $2 million real quick. Because
Well, 200
oh my
million.
God, damn it!
That's $2 million.
I hate numbers.
That was his cut, though. That's all he cares about.
Yes. Let's talk about the $200 million, because if you look up $1 million, especially in hundreds, because I don't know about you,
I did the
was in
exact same
ones.
thing.
maybe they are all in ones, and that's the thing. When they showed it, it was always hundreds. Am I wrong?
Yeah, there were always hundreds.
They were
Plus-
always hundreds, and $1 million can fit in a fucking briefcase. There is no way there's
Yeah, but-
only $200 million in there.
But that's 200
There's also
briefcases.
the opposite direction is there's no way they
If
can
$1
carry it out.
million fits in one briefcase,
Yes.
imagine 200 briefcases worth.
Also, here,
That's a lot.
Dude,
Okay, I got
200
I did the math. Oh. $200 million weigh 4.4 fucking ton or 1,000 pounds. It'd be 2 tons.
That'll be one. No, that'll be 2. Yeah, that'll be
2 tons. It's 22 pounds per million.
Let's just hypothetically say this is $200 million. Where the hell is that going to fit on that helicopter?
That's another point. I mean, the whole argument was, you would think the team would think of this,
Yes.
but obviously it wasn't supposed to.
Oh, yeah, no, because even the one guy said at the end when he's going through with the real plan, twist ending, is that they didn't care about the money. That guy did not give two shits about the money. There was kind of this hidden agenda that was going on this entire time. Okay, let's talk about
That's
one of
nothing.
my favorite ladies, Chambers. She's like
Who was that?
Which one?
the badass Mexican chick, who's like, by the way, the best fucking fighter in this damn movie. She was
the one that died
kicking
like
ass.
first
Yes,
with the bandana on.
that's unfair. But no, she's got this gas cannon. She's serpentining and sneaking around and fighting like there's nothing. There's how much are those? At least 5-10 gallons on their backs. Some of them had multiple. That is a lot of weight. All strapped to the backs.
Think
No big
weight
deal.
out. much in this movie.
Not at all.
I don't know
And
if they thought much out for this movie. Like when the guy slowly stabs the one zombie in the top of the head. Like it just goes right through the bone.
Just
like, no
the tip.
problem.
Just you only need like an inch of insertion.
That's true. That's true. Excuse me.
There's two types of zombies I hate, and this had both of them.
Ooh, which ones?
Ones that make weird ass animal noises for no fucking reason.
Yes.
And like, so you get to the intro, and he's like, all these weird noises are going on, and the main guy gets infected, and he sits back up, and he's like, "Arr," and does the noise. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be in the whole movie, isn't it?
Oh yeah, dude, there is zombie noise for days in this movie, and it doesn't
I
end.
also hate. It's not. I like fast zombies. Like 28 Days Later zombies are the best.
Yes, I will agree with that. I am on board. 28 Days did it
hate
really well.
with a passion. This weird ass obsession with parkour zombies.
Yes.
Like every zombie movie that's come out recently, it's like, oh, look at me hop up on top of this car and do a cool pose. Like, you're a fucking zombie. Go shamble somewhere or run at somebody. Quit fucking hopping around.
Yes.
I hate that so much, and I had both of them in
They're
droves.
just trying to get some stylized points, bro.
Yeah,
The best was Zombie Horse.
Zombie Horse was great.
No, I like the tiger. I want that as a
They're both
pet.
terrible. They're both terrible. They're both just dumb.
The tiger was intelligent, which means the main guy had to have bitten the tiger
Oh yeah,
because it was just acting like a regular ass cat. It
that's
wasn't
right.
a zombie.
Yeah, interesting. Nice observation.
So like, I was looking, I was like when they're raiding the front and it just hops up in the car and flops over, like, nah.
well, he knew he needed like a security pet, right? Like a guard cat. So he's like, yeah,
Guard cat? Is that what yours are for?
yes, every single one of them. Oh yeah. No. Okay. All right. First of all, Zombie Cat was pretty cool. And especially when stupid undercover twist ending agent man got his up and comings. Oh, that was good. Love the effects. This does well with effects.
I thought the effects were kind of cheesy.
Oh,
I thought they
really?
were cheesy. I thought they were cheesy.
Damn,
I thought they were
liked
really
them.
noticeable. And
I thought the tiger killing him was a good scene.
Yeah.
I thought it was well done, at least.
okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Here's the thing with this movie. I'm going to lay my cards out there. Here they are, everybody. This is curb appeal. It's all curb appeal.
Oh, yeah.
Take it for face value. Because if you dig deep in this movie, it's kind of garbage. And I think that's why I like it, right? It's like an 80s movie.
Yeah.
80s movies have the same
actually
thing.
Thought this had a very 80s feel to it.
Yes, exactly. Because it's like, let's just throw rhyme and reason out the fucking window as long as visually it kind of makes a good story.
Speaking
We're
of
good to
rhyme
go.
and reason out the window, my favorite scene to hate was your favorite character's death.
Oh, Chambers.
Yeah, Chambers. She's fighting her way through being badass, and there's so many things wrong with the scene. They had their dramatic moment where she like looks at him and he's like, I'm not gonna let you become one of them, and he shoots. And I'm thinking, oh, this is actually pretty nice. And then like he shoots and hits the gas tank. I'm like, ha, he fucking missed. And then it starts glowing and blows up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a super slow-mo moment. It was like,
Gas just doesn't blow up when you shoot at it.
Yeah, I know, that's what's annoying.
okay, it's a movie. Here's the thing. And this
That was the moment where I really realized, oh, they're just gonna do whatever they want as long as it
Yep.
makes a good shot. I liked and hated every scene at the Olympus.
why?
Yeah, why'd you like them?
Exactly. I was like, it moved the plot forward, and it was definitely like interesting.
Okay.
But, like, as they're bringing them to him, he's creating smarter zombies.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's where his army of the undead is coming from. But I hated the weird zombie romance.
Yeah, I'm
was
indifferent
just like-
about that. Okay.
I don't know. It was.
I was okay with that until zombie fetus. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god.
can I
they
just
have
say-
to, every movie that wants to give you some kind of emotional something, they always got to bring in the she died and she was pregnant.
I have to say, it kind of worked on me. Poor baby zombie.
What? And then
That's only the second time I've ever seen a zombie baby in a movie too.
You mean to tell me that
out of all of them,
an undead is going to create life, which is undead?
Well,
what?
Maybe.
Well, wait.
How can it be life that's not alive?
Maybe she was
is he undead?
No, but that's where I'm on board. That's why it works for me, because they're not the dead coming back to life. They're technically infected. That's why it works. Infected. Diseased.
If you look, yeah, even when he's creating them, he specifically bites them in an area where it won't affect them much when they're turned.
Right, exactly.
But that was a big question I had is he a zombie? He's not a zombie. He's the original. He's the experiment. He was a living person at some point when he was made into this.
Exactly. He was a government created killing machine.
Because I was on the same camp as you until we started talking about it. I'm more on the side of okay with the zombie baby.
Yes. Or maybe she was Prego's when he turned her. You don't know.
Fine. I just thought it was kind of cheesy.
Yeah, but
it was. That's why. Like, I thought the scenes were cool in concept, but they were cheesy as fuck, all of them.
Yes. Yep. How about? Okay. Wait. There's two more in particular that I'm watching, and they're just completely like, oh, come on. Okay. One, you get the scene toward the end when Peters, played by Tig, the helicopter pilot, takes off while they're in Olympus. And it's like, oh, she's gone. Which you knew she was coming back. Come on. And it's like, you don't hear it, but you kind of hear it. And then it's like, it pops up the building. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
The helicopters are so loud that, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was like on the side of the building, and they're just like, she left us. Oh, she's right there. Never mind. No. And lastly, bullshit. And believe me, there's way more than this. But lastly, for me, and we'll get to whatever you guys want to bash about in a second here. Why is it everybody else up until this point who's bitten or whatever is like a zombie in a very short duration of time? And then we got Van, who is like practically beaten to death. He should have been. This guy was slammed so hard against these walls. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's a movie. And he spent a while in the vault. He comes out, takes a hike, finds a car, hops on a plane, and is still conscious and everything.
Bautista's character died almost instantly.
Yes.
All he had was a broken arm.
Yeah.
He had a broken arm, and where was he bit?
I think he was bit on the arm, like forearm maybe, or bicep or something like that. I don't know.
Oh no, it was like shoulder, typical.
Well, okay,
zombie
but it's still within like the same vicinity.
Yeah. So like, actually, yeah, it's literally like 4 inches higher.
And I'm gonna throw this out there right now. If you knew you were gonna turn into a zombie for the greater good, and he's a dick if he doesn't, why didn't he off himself? Why is there gonna be a sequel? He should die.
He's like, I'm going out as a zombie.
Even if he does,
like, in this world, everyone knows, like, you could see the flight attendants freaking out as soon as, like, oh, you're cold.
Yeah.
That's like, hey.
Red flags.
Yeah. It took them 30 minutes to crack this vault.
Yes.
I'm assuming there's just some way to open it from the inside?
Yes, I looked that up. There are ways.
I figure there'd have to be for safety.
Well, exactly. There are, which wouldn't matter in this case, but you will set off alarms. But for safety, there is a way for all vaults to be exited if you're trapped on the inside of the vault. I had to look that up.
I was curious about that. I assumed there was.
Yes.
So I wasn't super annoyed with that.
Yeah, and another thing about this is you knew that there had to be an alternate thing that the Japanese guy wanted, because he's like, you got to get the money before the bomb goes up. The bomb, as we saw, is not going to destroy this giant vault underground.
Yes.
Oh.
So they could have just waited for the bomb, went in later, got the money and left without any zombie problems at all.
I don't even.
Well, no, because it wasn't that it was the bomb going off to destroy the money. It was the lack of government presence at the time that allowed them to go in to get the money.
I guess.
Because he literally says, like, it's like, at this moment, all the government troops will be pulled out. It'll be your one opening to get in there and get it.
I just don't know I don't know.
See, what I don't know is why they didn't work together. They could have had the money and the head.
I just don't know why he just didn't pull people. He obviously, okay, first of all, this guy has money. Okay, this thing is going to make him shit tons of money. Why didn't he just approach him and say, hey, look, need you guys go in there and get some zombie blood? Did it have to be the queen? No, the queen was turned by the guy. So if it was some blood in particular, it should have been the main guys. And if not, and a scrambler blood works, they could have got any scrambler blood. It wouldn't have mattered.
I think it had to be one of the intelligent zombies.
Yeah, no, I know, but there's like a shit ton of intelligent zombies.
Yeah, like everyone in the Olympus was an intelligent zombie.
Yeah, and the ones that came out all fast and buff and shit, they were all intelligent zombies. So what I don't understand is why say, hey, look, there's money there, put a team together to get this money. You could have got a couple of guys, hey, look, we need to go in there to get this, because even the first failed people who were sent in to get the money all died trying to get the money. Don't fucking get the money. Who cares? This guy's flipping burgers. He doesn't give two shits. He said, hey, I need some zombie blood.
Yeah,
go in
seriously,
there.
like to think about this. 200 million is not a lot.
No.
When you're talking about, it's like, oh, you got to split it by your team. By the end of the time, there was 10 motherfuckers on the team.
Yeah. Well, which,
like,
he was getting 15 the way he was going to cut it anyway.
Right.
But
it's like, would you take 15 million to go into zombie-infected Vegas?
Yeah, a lot of people apparently would take a lot less. So I just don't know why there's this whole convoluted plan about this money. I don't think it would have mattered.
It's because, especially with him being from there and helping rescue people from it, like, he was the person with the skills they needed, but he also knew he would never go back in for the zombie blood to cause this again.
I guess, but he couldn't have been that important skill set wise, and I don't mean to discredit him, but if the other team made it to the vault, they didn't have to go that far if all they needed was some fucking zombie blood.
What you were saying makes sense, because if the trader was there
right
just for the zombie blood.
Yes.
That means there probably was a trader on the last team who was there to try and sneak the zombie blood and basically get out.
Yes.
But they didn't have the coyote on their team, so they didn't know all the stuff about the zombies and how they worked.
Oh, maybe.
That could be why. Maybe you're right, and he worked it out with her as they met.
This guy's waiting by his phone at the end. He's like, I guess I'm not getting a call. Like he stood up for a date or some bullshit. And I'm like, maybe if you kept tabs, you would know what's going on. Like, hey, you know what? Every time you make it to a certain checkpoint, give me a ring. Let me know what's going on. There's like...
He's a clingy girlfriend.
Yeah, because, satellite phones are a thing. Like, I don't see why they couldn't have been in constant contact.
This is just poor planning. This is poor planning.
This is just poor writing. It's a poor movie. It's just not great.
I don't know. Here's the thing, right? Okay. There's
one other scene that I want to talk about that I liked.
What do you got?
So it comes back to what you said. There was still cable. They were watching TV while they were waiting.
Yes! Oh!
So
that's convenient.
So yeah, phones more than likely 100% would have worked.
Yeah.
They would just put them in poor service.
And I love, that's something too. I would have been...
a picture that's like a fucking charter van outside the casino. There's a guy working on it. Hey, my fucking job, man. Those guys are always like that.
But here's the thing. They just happen to be watching TV. That TV happened to have cable or good reception, and they happen to catch the news at that exact time to find out that the bomb was moved up. Bullshit. That's why the guy should have been like, whoa, hey guys, I just want to give you a ring.
Hear me out. To be fair, have you ever watched the news before?
No.
How do you know?
So, if you ever watch the news, what they do is they say the same fucking thing every 10 minutes for the entire fucking day.
Yeah, no, that's true. I
bet you if this happened in real life, the news would even have their counter changing to 1 hour every fucking time they announced it.
No, and that's true. I can get behind that, but the fact that like all this is going on, there's like havoc everywhere. It's like, well, let's see what's on the news. No,
they had to wait a half hour for the vault to be cracked anyway.
This was before that. Anyway. It doesn't matter.
Well, no, that wasn't before that because they went down and told him, and he's like, oh, "There's a half hour left for the vault." So they were waiting on the vault to be cracked anyway.
No, was that when that took place? I thought that was before that.
No, because they went down right after and told them it's like, "How long are you going to take to crack the vault?" And they're like, "Half hour." Like, so we have 90 minutes to get out.
Interesting. Okay, well, fine. They all took a coffee break. They watched the news, and they're like, whatever. But I would have found it more acceptable if Mr. Kobayashi called him up and said, hey, look, I just want to let you guys know that you got like an hour to get the butts on out of there. And I would have found it more acceptable. The whole news thing was dumb. Everything in this movie it just seems so coincidental.
Let's wait for the rest of the
There's nothing to think about. There's no waiting. I know where she went. She's my daughter. I brought her here. I'm going to get her back.
All right, I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna let you go out there alone.
Thank you.
I was defending the effects. However, there is one that is so damn comical that when it happened, I'm like, really?
It was jarring.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I loved all the effects. I don't think there's one I hated up until this one, or even after this one, this fucking one. Maria, when she's like, you're not going alone to the Olympus, I'm going with you. And like, the elevator opens up, it's like, raw, and twists her head.
I like that. I actually thought that was good.
No, the head twist was good, but it's like head twist, burn, and like the fucking
Boner. Shoulder boner.
The spine just like boop, it just like flings up.
That was weird. I wasn't
Yes!
sure why it did that, but I like the whole build up where like it's like I should have seen it coming. It was such a death plague. Like they had that big emotional moment where they're talking, like, oh, you know, it's like they're both waiting for each other, and then it's like, all right, let's go, and she turns around and dies instantly.
Oh yeah, like I liked that, and the head twist was good, but then it's like you get the head twist, and like a split second later, it's like, burp,
I'm
spine.
guessing like it's because twisted the head and it was like pressure. You know, like,
I don't know.
it broke out after.
I didn't like it. That
It was-
looked so cheesy to me. Did not like that.
Okay, so that wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Ooh, what one do you have a problem with?
At the very end of the movie, in the helicopter fight scene,
Oh, okay.
for some reason, when he goes and the zombie's already broken his arm, it's on top of him, he's managed to grab the gun and he flips back over to shoot the zombie.
Yeah,
Is it just me or is that almost all CGI?
it looked like it. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad though.
That was jarring as hell because the shift into it didn't seem smooth.
Yeah, because it was on Dave, and I think it goes blurry, and then like there was a whoop, it's like right there.
Yeah.
but I liked that.
Like it was only like a second of like weirdness,
Okay,
but I didn't like it.
Russell, I want to talk about one last thing, and if you have any notes we did not bitch about,
I haven't even looked at my notes.
Oh my god.
oh god, did we hit everything that's on there?
I think so. I hated that the zombies were like able to dodge bullets sometimes.
Oh,
They
there
were
was
like,
just that B-boy zombie at the end.
No, that happened
popping,
twice,
locking.
at least twice. There was another zombie.
in
I just
that
saw
was
someone
like-
getting hit.
In the trailer, they made it look like it was happening a lot.
Oh
But,
yeah,
like I know, like when the queen was captured and taken, it looked like that guy was dodging, but you could see he was getting shot to hell.
that
Like,
was one thing I didn't like neither. They did try to dodge, but I do believe they were getting hit a lot of times too. But like they never showed any additional damage ever.
Yeah.
the one guy definitely showed some bullet holes, but like
I feel like they disappear.
I also dislike how I'm a zombie. I have this little metal mask covers half of my head. I'm getting shot in the face like 30 times, and
Yeah.
every time it's like pew pew in the same fucking spot. Shoot him like in the chin. Shoot him over
Yeah.
here. Shoot him in the back. He's always this little tiny bit that's protected is always the part getting hit, and it
Also-
never does any damage to
I
the
know,
metal at
yeah.
all. It's perfectly
it's
fine.
always. And I kind of give it a pass, but it did start to annoy me by the end of the movie. Everyone's always a perfect shot. Headshots,
yeah.
running targets. Bitch, that is not easy. It's
These guys are good.
it's
Sorry, you're a little bitch.
the daughter.
Get good,
perfect
Scrub.
example. The daughter is perfect example. She's supposed to be a bad shot. She's clearly uncomfortable with the gun, and yet when there's the main guy and all his zombies running down the hall, it's almost it's actually exclusively headshots.
Okay, no.
Yes.
There's a thing. I seen it both times when he shot the zombie. Right? Okay, so there's YouTube dude, which by the way I like that guy. YouTube
You would.
dude. What does that mean?
He's a
Love his
YouTuber.
hair. He's down on the ground, right? And he's getting like eaten by zombies, almost all that shit. And Dave's like, not while I'm around. And he's like, pew, and he shoots this one zombie in the face. Does it not look like a cyborg?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I saw that too, and I was like,
I
wait.
swear there was multiple times of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to like go somewhere with that. Like, oh, there's this other part, like this real twist that you didn't see coming. Like, oh, these are all robot zombies for some reason. But no, there's
Yes.
just a couple of robot zombies.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing.
I was really confused. I was waiting for something to come up.
Yeah, I think that this is clever to just put And it's very subtle. It's very subtle.
So it's going to be like a new Terminator movie after this.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know where it's going. But I think, and this is just my own personal speculation, but because they did not address that, I think a sequel was pre-planned. I think they know exactly where they're going. Because here's the thing. I looked it up and they're like, oh, they're not saying there's going to be a sequel, but let's just say Zack Snyder is definitely on board. So they know. Especially after the numbers that they brought in, they are certainly on board.
There's no way, especially it being a Netflix thing. Like,
And guess what? Animated series, which is supposed to be a prequel.
Oh.
So it's going to explain a lot more. This movie is just gearing everybody up for this huge fucking cash grab.
I can't wait.
I'm surprised this worked because usually, like, I guess PR movies is a way to put it. Like, movies that are out there to try and start something.
Yes.
Like,
okay.
They're basically trying to make their own version of like Dawn of the Dead. They're trying to make a franchise out of this zombie movie. Because if they're going with animated series, they want sequels. They want everything. Usually these flop so hard. I'm surprised it's actually succeeded.
Well, here's the thing, actually, and this is why I was intrigued that you picked this, and I was kind of on board from the get-go, even though I was not looking forward to it. I was for, like, the reasoning of, there's a lot of hype online about this, and it is either people really love this movie, or people really hate this movie.
I could see that.
I was curious.
It's like, I feel like I'm on both sides of the coin. I liked a lot of what this movie did.
Right.
But there was so many of the things that I hate about zombie movies that were so prevalent in this one.
And yeah, but I kind of appreciate some of it. Here's the thing. And this is why I say that some things I don't think were necessarily done properly. But I mean, what is proper? Zombies aren't a real thing. You can go down whatever fucking avenue you want. It doesn't matter. But like the hibernation thing, I thought that was like, okay, I'm kind of on board with that because it creates all these new situations and elements.
I thought that was a cool concept.
I don't like, why are some of them hibernating like this?
Yeah.
I don't like.
It's just comfortable for them.
Their batteries ran out while they were in mid.
Yeah. Like, I mean, okay, cows and cattle and shit sleep standing up, so I can kind of get behind this, but why?
They needed to be sleeping that weird way because they're like, oh, what if we had them sneak through a horde of hibernating zombies?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they thought about it and they're like, if they were just all standing there, just be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going through.
And so, but like, I get it. It does. It heightens it and makes it that much more intense.
Like
totally
the zombie
agree.
tunnel that Chambers dies in.
Yes. Oh man. Totally. That's the thing. Like, it's totally a good scene. It is. Shut up. But like, just certain things. How about like when all the zombies and shit are like in the Olympus place, and it's like they have nothing to do. There's all these actors and zombies with nothing to do. So like, and they're just,
oh my god! I thought you were right for a second.
like the whole time, everybody is just. They're all so wibbly. They're so fucking wibbly.
Those are the scramblers.
Take a second. Take a second. Just settle down. Like, it'd be cool. And this is so stupid, I know. But like, I'm thinking like, if this is kind of like a wolf pack mentality or like lion's den type situation, there should be something just like lounging around.
Oh, it's just like one licking another one, like cleaning it.
Yes. It's time for. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Oh no.
Final thoughts and ratings. I am what? I don't know. I'm excited, dude. I am so pumped up for this moment. I've been waiting all week for this. I want to start with you, Russell.
When did you watch this for the first time?
Day before. No, I think the day before yesterday, and then yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty
I always
fresh.
just watch the movie the night before.
How late were you up till?
Like 4 a.m.
Oh, it's not bad. Russell,
Yeah.
what are you gonna give Army of the Dead?
You know, I kind of had a feeling going into it that it was going to be kind of bad.
Same.
Okay.
But then I thought, you know, sometimes I let some cheese pass for a zombie movie because I kind of like zombie movies.
Mhm.
But there was too much to let pass on this one.
Ooh. Can I guess? 2.5. 2.5.
Whoa. 3.5. I'll give you a 3.5.
Oh, look at the little D. 3.5. All right. That's not bad. Obviously more than I thought you were going to give it. The way you were talking about it, Thought you were gonna like shoot your TV.
I mean, you know, could have been better. Could have been a lot better.
Well, apparently.
But it could have been worse.
So, would you recommend this movie?
Nope. I mean, I guess if you really love zombie movies and you like, that's your big thing. And I also feel like, again, it kind of makes sense that this guy was from superhero movies because it kind of gives me that superhero movie vibe where it's really visual. There's lots of effects. You know, it's like there's all this really fantastic stuff going on that's never going to happen in a million years. And I don't really like any of that.
3.5 from Russell. Does not recommend it unless you have a zombie hard-on. Mike!
Oh, I'm going next.
I want to go last. I want to go last. Mike, what are you going to give? Zombie Heist.
So, I didn't hate the movie.
Okay.
But I gave it a 4.5. You can't even see that.
I was going to guess that you'd give it a 6.
I don't know. There was so many of the tropes I hate in it that were just glaringly there, and it felt like a lot of stuff, like the whole zombie plot, just the bank heist plot.
Yeah.
A lot of it felt like they tried to do so much that a lot of it fell short.
I could see that, yeah.
So it's like everything that's there was, I don't know. I was expecting a little better off the trailer. I'm glad that like almost all the trailer was their imaginary walk-in scene because when I was watching that, I was literally thinking, I'm going to hate this movie so fucking much.
Interesting.
And when I realized it was just them planning out and imagining how it would go, I was like, okay, I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, I guess it'd be like, yeah, if you like zombie movies, definitely go watch it. But other than that, it's not really great.
All right. 4.5 from Mike. If you like zombie movies, definitely go ahead and watch it.
I feel like you're going to give it a 7.5.
9.
All right. I'm gonna show my rating before my explanation because I got a lot to say real quick here. Bam!
Oh my God.
8.
It's the same either way.
8. Infinity. Here's the deal. I had a fun time watching this movie. Good times to be had.
I had a fun time laughing at this movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Here's the thing. When I watched the trailer, I had very low expectations. I do not like fast zombies. It looked very over the top. I'm like, oh, lordy, gonna hate it. And yes, this movie is jam-packed with questionable things and events. But here's the thing. Okay, and I think a lot of people fail to realize this. It is a movie. You are working with a medium where anything can happen. And that's the fun of it.
That doesn't mean it should.
Okay, if you're dealing with a realistic topic, I totally understand. But we're talking about zombies. It's this ridiculous.
This is true. But zombies, it doesn't affect some things like gasoline explosions, car explosions. I guess if they want to go wild with the zombies,
yeah.
But
no. Side note, that one zombie who gets down in the vault and he like jumps and slams his head against the ceiling.
Oh, I think I missed that guy.
I like that one a lot. That's probably one of my favorite kills.
Interesting.
Just pop that in right there.
No, sometimes when people argue and complain about, oh, that never happened. Yes, I have my moments too. I do. I'm not going to lie. They're there. But this is also one of the reasons why I like 80s movies, because there's no holds barred here. You can just do whatever the hell you want.
But it's like, if I want to compare it to something like music, for example, this is like just slamming your hands on the piano versus somebody who's like with music, anything can go.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's enjoyable.
I think like this was enjoyable enough to be passable. This wouldn't quite be someone slamming their hands on the keyboard,
like rhythmically slamming their hands.
No, okay. It's like comparing like Beethoven to Weird Al. Okay, that's how I'm gonna put it. It's like it's music. It's thought through haphazardly.
I was like, what?
It's thought through haphazardly, and it's just there to be entertaining, and it was. I had such a fun time watching this movie. Twice, in fact. I invested 5 hours of my life for this movie.
Yeah.
Don't know if I should be proud to say that. Doesn't matter, because we are at the end. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to tune in, press play, come back Monday.
Just watch our shit.
To see what I'm picking for next week's discussion. Be sure to subscribe.
Or don't. We don't really care. Just watch.
It's true. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You have no idea.
I am less excited.
Especially since you have notes. That makes me so happy. I found a different budget. Yes, it's on my desk.
Hi.
It's on my desk.
But when you looked it up, what'd you discover?
Yeah.
I need to know.
All right.
I knew there was some differences.
Okay. But when I looked it up, I got a different number.
What?
$90 million. I got $90 million.
You can say if you open the door again. He hasn't opened it.
That is true. Okay, hold on. Don't look at my thing, please.
I want to look at your thing.
Russell drew your thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
So where do we begin?
So, let me try one more time with the budget thing. All right. But, oh my God, you son of a bitch! You saw!
You got me for a second, too?
Oh, did he
I was
get you the
like-
first time?
That wouldn't be the first
That wasn't the first time. That was definitely the door.
Oh,
This was
oh
this.
my God, I am just... I'm like, son of a bitch, Mike, that was good.
There's like a gun taped under the tail. It's like,
All right, let's try this. Lucky number 7, maybe. I don't know.